Hey guys, welcome to Sal Tries Something New. In this episode, Sal tries Storytime, and in celebration of the month of Pride, I'll be sharing with you guys my coming out story. I hope that this episode will help those of you who are struggling in the closet, and for those of you who are trying to understand what it is like to be in the closet. I hope this will give you some insights as well. So I want to start with the topic of the first person I came out to. So the first person I came out to was myself. And that's might sound a little bit cliche, but it is very true because it wasn't until I came out to myself that I could come out to others. And the reason why I came out to myself, to tell myself, hey, Sal, you are gay, and it's okay, is when I had my first relationship. I fallen in love with this person, and it allowed me to be confident in my sexuality, who I am, and I was really convinced that I was gay, that I am gay, and that it is okay to tell others too, because I'm sure of it, because I've fallen in love, and this is a feeling that I've never felt with anybody else. So that gave me the confidence, and through that, so I was 22 at that time, and through that I was able to come out to other people as well in my life. In my family, the first person I came out to was actually my grandmother, my father's mom, otherwise known as my ama. And ama is like my second mom. She raised me since I was a little baby. And one day she asked me, "Are you gay? Lu suka tapo?" And I said nothing, actually. I kept quiet. I remember at that time we were peeling some ginkgo nuts because we were making soup, some sweet dessert soup later that night. And then she proceeded to say, "Si liao lo, le suka tapo." It means, "Oh my God," or like, "This is terrible, you really are gay." And my reaction was, actually I did not react. I was quiet, and I was quite taken aback. I was shocked because I did not expect this question from her, because she's from an much older generation, and I didn't think this is part of her construct, right? And then she proceeded to ask me, "Oi, tok tak bo," which means, literally means, will you get poisoned? But I think what she meant was, will you get sick, AIDS, HIV, and things like that. So that's her way of expressing her fears for me. And I said, boy, won't. And I assured her, I said, no, it's fine. We take care of ourselves. We take precaution, and we are safe, and things like that. And then there wasn't much other questions, except that I asked her, "How did you know?" And then she said that that I brought the person that I brought back home, which was my first boyfriend, which I introduced as a friend. She knew that I was gay when I brought my first boyfriend home to see my family, even though I did not introduce him as my boyfriend. And I introduced him just as a friend, and she knew based on the chemistry, the interaction, and things like that. So in a way, Ama was the first in my family who really accepted me. At the time, I think she was maybe 70 years old. I think she was maybe 70 years old, or maybe closer to late 60s. I don't know. She passed away when she was 73. And yeah, she was actually the first family member who truly accepted me for who I am, and I'm really grateful to her. And since then, every time during like Chinese New Year, so one of the things about being Chinese is during Chinese New Year, everyone will ask you, when are you getting married and things like that. And my ama would actually always deflect the question when the question was to me, and she said so after she knew that I was gay, she actually deflected all questions regards to when I'm getting married, or any aunts who ask me. She would say, oh, he's so young, he's focusing on his career, no getting married, or like it's so early for him to get married anyway, or to find a girlfriend. So ama kamsia. The second person that I came out to my family is my aunt. She is super cool. She's the youngest aunt of my family. She's the youngest aunt of my father's side of the family. That was quite a non-event. We were driving, and I just came out to her when she asked me, are you gay? I said, yeah, I am. And then she just told me that you are your love. Nothing has changed. I have a lot of gay friends anyway. They so and so is gay. We are really good friends and things like that. So just try to assure me that things are okay, and I really appreciate that. The third person I came out to was my mom. I remember it was after Christmas dinner. We had a big Christmas dinner party at home, and it was after, and I was helping her with the dishes. She was in the wet kitchen and I was at the dry kitchen, and then we were washing dishes, and she asked me, we were talking, and she was in the wet kitchen, I was in the dry kitchen, and we were talking, and she said, you're still so childish, I wonder which girl would marry you, and she laughed. And then I said, Mommy, I don't like girls. And then I remember that she dropped the pot into the basin softly, not dramatically. And she said, with a sigh, I know. So moms know, if you're gay or not, I guess. She knew because, she also, when she saw my first boyfriend, when I brought him home, she knew when she see it, and she was actually, she didn't celebrate knowing that I was gay. It really takes a while because, all these years, your mom, your dad, whoever who's closest to you, who see you grow, they have this expectation of us, right? Of me, of marrying a woman and having my own family. So I kind of like defied expectations in a way that they did not expect. And so it took some time for her to come around. But it was also on the night itself, she actually, she was actually very, very supportive. She told me that, it's difficult to find someone that you love. Because, she told me this because I had broken up with my first boyfriend already by the time, and I told her, I've already broken up So she gave me like relationship advice and things like that, which is sweet. I always will remember that. Yeah. And I believe that my mom really gave her unconditional love for me, and she really accepts me for who I am, and I really appreciate that. And the fourth person that I came out to was actually my dad. It was not a good coming out, because I came out because I just wanted to hurt him. We were in a fight, and I just said, by the way, I'm gay. I don't even remember what the fight was about. It must be something petty. But, you know, I just used this as a weapon. And I said, you know, right? And then he said, no, I don't. But he was being very calm through it all. You know, like how the calm before the storm kind of calm. I want to give some context also, because I think between my mom and my dad, I feel like I'm closest to my dad, or my dad was the closest of my two parents, because he was the person that I see most often. You know, he picks me up from school, he takes me to lunch. My mom when I was growing up, my mom works at the office, and I only see her in the evenings. But my dad, you know, he is always there, you know, for me. So I guess I never really wanted to tell my dad, because I don't want to disappoint him, and I know that, you know, he couldn't accept it, or rather I thought that he couldn't accept it. And during that coming out to my dad, I was very, you know, I was not nice, I was unkind, and I said something like, I don't know why I said it, but it's so dumb. I said something like, so I can bring my boyfriend back home, right, if I have one? And then he said, better not. And then he left it at that, and then the conversation stopped. I guess what I wanted was a reaction from him, because during that fight he was very calm and there was no reaction, and for me I was I guess I was frustrated at the non-reaction, and I wanted to provoke him. But the thing is, you know, although he says, you know, better not bring back your boyfriend or future boyfriends, I did actually bring back my boyfriend, who you would probably see in some of my YouTube videos in the past. He's still my boyfriend. We're still happily together. His name is Will, and I brought Will back home, you know, during our first year, and my family loved him. They got really along, genuinely along, and yeah, I mean, till now my mom and dad don't actually call Will as my boyfriend. They call him as my friend, your friend. That's funny. But I guess it's difficult for them to say, you know, where is your boyfriend? They'll probably usually say, how's Will? Where's Will? How's he doing? How's his job? Things like that. You know, but never in the sense that, never directly calling him, how's your boyfriend? How's he doing? Things like that. No, just how's Will, or how's your friend? And that's okay, because I know it's still very difficult, you know, in view that they're from a different generation, and my parents are pretty religious. They're Catholic, very Catholic. So coming out to my family was not easy, and after which, you know, I came out to my friends and my work colleagues, and now I don't have to come out anymore, because, well, that's not true. I actually come out every day, in a sense that, you know, well, as a gay man, I think you need to come out every day, because, you know, everyone assumes that straight is the default, right? So, but I'm more comfortable now, much more comfortable in embracing my identity as a gay man. I have no doubt, I have no issues telling others that I'm gay. And it's not so scary anymore, right? I know coming out can be scary, okay? It's not that I forgot. When I understand you guys that out there who are struggling to come out. You're afraid that what you might lose, your job, your family, your friends. I totally understand that. I guess I was lucky to have the family and friends that I have, the job that accepts me. So my first job was in advertising, and in advertising people are really cool. Marketing people are really cool, where don't care if you're gay or straight or whatever. They just accept you for who you are, and you have all kinds of people that you meet. There's so much diversity and inclusivity there. I was really lucky. But I guess what actually helped me to come out is also I never set the expectations to my parents that I will ever get married. So I think expectation setting is really important when it comes to coming out. You need to probably adjust the expectations of your parents or whoever they are close to, friends and so on, that of yourself. So that it wouldn't be so much of a shock to them when you finally come out. And I guess that's what I did. I never said that I want to have a girlfriend. I never said that I want kids. I want to. I never had a girlfriend. I never brought any girl back home. So I guess that made it easier. Yeah, all I can say is set the right expectations with whoever you want to come out to. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope that this video has given you some insights into my coming out process. And if you have any questions, or you want to know more about how I came out, or you want to know more about anything else that you want to ask, please leave a comment. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and share it with your friends. Okay, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.